Hey guys, what's up? What's going on out there this afternoon? Brent Abel here, webtennis.com, with another episode of the Tennis Mindset Project. And got a short little message for you today in terms of what I think is my true goal as trying to help you become a better tennis player. Whatever your goals are, right? So your goal might simply be, hey, you just want to feel more comfortable in really close matches, right? Mentally, you want to feel comfortable in those close matches. You want to actually put in the work, put in a lot of work, and physical, mental, kitchen, all that kind of stuff, and just become a much higher skill level player. Great. Okay. So look, two things. Do I want to inspire you to reach for your goals, to actually go for it? Of course I do, right? Want to inspire you, want to motivate you, whatever that is. Some days I'm probably better at it than other days. But the real thing that I want to help you do is I want to teach you habits. I want to teach you to embrace habits. I want to teach you that habits are how skills are built. And and so for me, I never really kind of got into habits until I'd say the last 5 years or so, and I really got more into the habits of physical in terms of drilling. What are the things I want to do drilling wise? What I want to do to eliminate unnecessary swing tech? What are those things I want to get rid of? What are the good habits that I want to build in terms of swing tech? What are the good habits that I want to build in terms of physical, right? Getting quicker, getting more nimble, endurance wise, being able to do all that stuff for hours on hours in a hot, sweaty day under just brutal conditions in a really close match, right? I want to build those habits. And the other thing recently has been the mental part of the game, right? I want, and really what I've done over the last few years, couple of years, 18 months, 24 months, is build really good mindset skill habits. And I'd never done that before. I'd done all the other work, but I'd never done the mindset skill stuff before. And a lot of that was because I don't know, either I just felt like maybe I could out physical the need to have to do a deep dive on the mindset stuff. And I got pretty good. I would say I was always kind of always considered an A minus guy in my age group, meaning that from time to time I could win a singles title, I could win a doubles title, but in a national event. But in the end, probably needed some help in those tournaments, right? Maybe needed one of the top guys to not show up. Maybe needed one of the top guys to have an off day. Maybe needed someone else in the draw to beat one of the top guys just because I wasn't really 100% sure on any given day that I could take one or all of those guys down to be able to go get that gold ball for that week. And so, like I said, I did a deep dive. I did a deep dive over the last couple of years, and 2023 was far and away not even close. I mean, like ridiculous in terms of results for me, and all that was because of the mindset skill habits that I built. And so, yes, I want to inspire you to do all parts of the game. And part of that inspiration is for me to help teach you that these are the habits that you've got to embrace. And part of the embracing is the realization that there's nothing out there that's a quick fix. That's really a tough thing to overcome these days in this, instant gratification, uh, era that we're in, where you go to Google and you get an answer at anything. You go to ChatGPT and wow. So, um, but in terms of tennis, which is not an easy game by any means at all, you've got to embrace that the delayed gratification, that long term, looking at the long term and building habits, all surrounding kind of those concepts of delayed gratification, long-term investment in your game, it's going to put you in a small minority of players who will actually do that. Most players, and I'm not saying it's you, but most players out there who say they want to get better are grabbing for little quick fixes here and there. And the little quick fixes might give you an epiphany, might work for a day or two, but they quickly fall apart because you think, again, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying that the majority of players who say they want to get better are looking at those quick fixes that if they don't stick right away, then they go off and they look for something else. And that just never ever really moves the needle in terms of you becoming, let's say, whatever your goal is. My goal was I wanted to become an A-plus player in my age group, right? I wanted to be one of the top guys year in and year out. And so I knew it would take time, and it did take me some time, but there's a tangible difference in my confidence now that I never ever had before. And it was just really good habits. So what are the things that you want to habituate? Well, first of all, I think you got to start with someone, a coach and or a player, who has either played, competed at the level that you want to get to and had success at that level, and or is doing it right now at that level that you want to go, that you want to get to, and that also can articulate what are the habits that you need to build to be able to get there. And if anyone's out there, even if they've gotten that level and they're telling you, hey, look, I got the fix for you. Man, I'd really reconsider working with that player or that coach. So find someone who's got some real honest to God credibility in terms of knowing the right information and being able to articulate it in a way that forces you to embrace, and that coach will encourage you to look at this stuff in terms of the long-term delayed gratification. The next thing is, once you find that player or that coach, again, do they have the information? Do they have the swing tech? Do they have the court positioning? Do they have all of the how to play the game stuff rather than just, hey, I'm going to sit out here and help you get a little bit more spin on that topspin forehand? If that's the case, I think you're just wasting your time, right? So assuming that they know how to teach you how to play the game, which is much more about shot choice and court positioning, then you're in the right spot. And then you just got to trust in delayed gratification. And if you trust in it, that goal you want is going to happen faster. It's just going to happen faster if you really trust in delayed gratification in the long term. You can't force when it's going to happen. We never know. It's going to show up on its own, but it's going to show up. Eventually, it's going to be like a freight train going downhill. You can't stop it. So, all right, guys, a little tough love this morning. Hope this is, or today, as I'm recording this, it's in the morning. But hope this has been helpful today. Look, if you are new here, welcome. Glad you found me. And what I've got for you is a free training. It's a video, 20-minute private video, and it details what are my 4 parts, a step-by-step between points routine, BPR, a between points routine. Because if you think about it, on average, 80% of the match that we're on the court, 80% of the time is spent between points or inside changes. Only 20% of the time when we're playing a match is it actually spent playing the points. If you manage that 80% of the time, not playing points, really well, you tend to consistently play at the top of your skill level, point after point after point. If you don't manage it well, you tend to be all over the map with what I call the wide skill level range. You can play a point or two great, but then, you know what? You find the bottom of your skill level, which becomes really frustrating, and it really takes a big chunk of confidence, or of your confidence, out of there. So if you've not picked up this course yet, again, it's free. It's a private video. Just go on over to webtennis.com, drop in a first name, email address, and you will be all set. Guys, hope this has been helpful today. As always, if you've got any questions, any comments, remarks, feedback, down below in the comments area, let me know. Or if you want to keep the conversation private, totally cool. we can do that at my email address, Brent, B-R-E-N-T, at webtennis.com. That's it. We got to get out there today, guys. We got to help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, see you again next time.